Hey, surprise, surprise, we're going to talk a lot of football this week. That's right. The Pigskins are flying all over Wisconsin, and we'll be covering it right here on the Sports News. First up, it is going to be the headlines, and they are powered by the Red Zone over on Regent Street and Conant Automotive in Stoughton. The Sports News straight ahead on Wisconsin's 57 Sports. Welcome on into the Sports News, your 30-minute look into the tackles, hits, checks, and dunks that make up the local sports scene. I am your host, Rich Reynolds, and let's hit the ground running. Now, how do you go from being unranked in the AP's preseason poll to a top 10 team? Well, in the history of the poll, you don't. Unless, of course, you're the Wisconsin Badgers and you beat LSU in the season opener at Lambeau Field. Now, to stay in the top 10, you have to look the part, and the Badgers did, disposing of the Akron Zips 54-10 Saturday at Camp Randall. Bucky racked up 586 total yards of offense that was virtually perfectly balanced, 294 on the ground, 292 in the air. Now, next up for the Badgers, Georgia State comes calling on Saturday. Now, speaking of the Badgers, after a somewhat surprising loss to North Carolina, the second-rate Badgers volleyball team rebounded on Saturday to sweep Louisville. The 3-0 win helped Wisconsin improve to 6-1 on the still young season. Junior Kelly Bates and senior Romana Kriskova each had 10 kills to pace the Lady Badgers. Back on the gridiron with high expectations and coming off a playoff season, an 0-3 start isn't what head coach Adam Smith and his Madison Memorial Spartans had in mind to start the season. Well, the Spartans got off the schneid on Friday night, edging Madison La Follette 21-20 for their first win this season. In other action, DeForest edged Baraboo 28-27. Madison East got their first win of the season, 47-26 over Beloit Memorial. It was Middleton staying undefeated, beating Janesville Craig 35-0. Verona over West 27-6. Edgewood won at Oregon 21-7, and in a game you saw right here on Wisconsin's 57, Evansville Albany cruised by McFarland 44-0. Well, speaking of football that we're covering, you can catch the A1 Furniture and Mattress Janesville Bowl. It's Parker versus Craig this weekend on Wisconsin's 57. And the Warhawks are back at it again. The UW Whitewater football team is ranked second in the country in the latest Division III poll as they beat Belhaven 59-13 at Perkins Field on Saturday. Former Middleton Cardinal tailback Cam Molly had 2 touchdowns in the blowout win. The victory was the 26th straight for Whitewater, which, by the way, also forced 2 fumbles and picked off 6 passes en route to the win. Now, for more information and all the 411 on our headlines, you can check out these fine websites. Stick around. We have more local interviews than anyone else. That's right. And coming up next, that and more on the Sports News here on Wisconsin's 57 Sports. You know, every fall, so much attention is being paid to prep sports, and a lot of it is on the gridiron, but people forget, hey, there's other sports going on as well, including one that's getting a lot of attention lately, and that's volleyball. And we'll turn our attention now to the Middleton High School volleyball team as we bring in the head coach, Franco Marcos. And Coach, first of all, thanks for being with us, and if you could, tell us a little bit about the state of the program. How are things going over there?
Well, thank you. I'm really excited to be here. At Middleton, every year we have a large turnout for tryouts. This year was exceptional, large, and also very talented. We end up having to add an additional 3rd team, so now we have 3 freshman teams, 1 JV team, and a varsity team. There are a total of 75 student athletes in our program. We get great support from our administrators and also the parents. And we have a staff of very passionate coaches. So I'm very excited for the season.
Oh, that's great participation. So with all that participation, how's the season going so far?
Well, I like to be, undefeated at the moment. However, we're 6-5. We played in 2 tournaments, one in Wisconsin Rapids. We ended up at 3rd place, and then another tournament in Germantown, and we ended up 4th. However, both tournaments we went in seeded a seed lower than we finished, so I'm very excited for the kids. In the Big 8 Conference, we are 1-1. We lost a tough one to Sun Prairie last week. Sun Prairie has a lot of experience, and they're the team that's favored to win the conference. We won a very tough 5-match set against a very improved Madison Memorial. But we still have lots of matches left. So with the young team, I'm looking forward to a great season.
Yeah, that's good, and it's always good to outplay your seeds in those tournaments as well and finish higher than what they're expecting you to, so that's good. Tell us, who are some of the big contributors that you have on the squad?
Well, we have some big contributors and a great supporting cast, but I'm going to focus on 3 players, 2 seniors and a sophomore. Right now, the team consists of 4 seniors, 4 juniors, and 4 sophomores. There's only 2 of the seniors that are in the starting lineup. Our senior libero, Jesse Nunn, is currently leading the team in serve, receive, and digs. Our next senior, Mimi McMurray, is the one who's setting for us. Right now, she's leading the team in assists, and we're going to switch our offense from a 6-2 to a 5-1. So she's going to have a lot of work to lead the team both on and off the court. Then our final piece of the puzzle is our sophomore, Lily Welty. She's our outside hitter. She leads the team in kills and also in service aces. She was first team all-conference last year as a freshman, and she'll be competing for Player of the Year.
A lot of good stuff. Yeah, Coach, I got to interrupt you. We're out of time, but thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Brought to you by Conan Automotive, taking care of you by taking care of your family's car.
Welcome back to the Sports News. I'm Ellen Barrett, and I am joined now over the phone, over in California actually. I have Jordan Gerenstrom with us. Now you are the CEO and also the founder of Mate Bros, Yerba Mate. Thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, Ellen. Always great to talk with you guys.
And I hope it's sunny skies in California. We're kind of starting to change seasons here into fall in Madison, but always great to have you there in California. And I kind of want to start off with, as people may see that you're missing your counterpart today. You're missing Sam McCulloch, and now he is off at the Kellogg Tour of Champions. Tell us a little bit about Sam for people who may not be familiar, and what is Sam off doing today?
Yeah, Sam he's one of our co-founders, good friend of mine. We grew up together in sunny Southern California. And Sam is also a 2-time Olympic gymnast, so that's what he does with his life. And right now he is training and preparing and rehearsing for what's called the Kellogg Tour of Champions. It's a really cool event they put on after the Olympics. It runs for about 90 days, and himself, along with the rest of the people that made the Olympic team for the men's and women's artistic gymnastics, get to travel to 35 different cities, put on a show for people, and kind of, instead of feeling the pressure of competition, they get to showcase their gymnastics and have fun in a different light.
What an incredible way to kind of wrap up Rio and then kind of continue that performance, like you said, with a little bit more relaxed atmosphere and really just show people what you're capable of. And something I think that is really cool is Sam always talks about, and so do you, how Mate Bros, Yerba Mate really changed the way that he performs and the way he trains.
Absolutely. You know, Mate Bros really originated with us when we started drinking the tea Yerba Mate. We had no intention of starting this company, and you know, it's been a blessing ever since, but really it's changed the way that we practice and perform out on the floor. And you know, not only has it enhanced our physical capabilities, but it's brought us together as friends, as teammates, and encouraged each other with positive thoughts. So you know, this product has really affected our lives from A to Z, and we know it can do the same for many other people.
I love that, and I think the great thing about, you know, Yerba Mate is that it's a great drink for people who are maybe serious athletes, kind of like Sam is, but also if you just want to have a healthy lifestyle and get that healthy energy, it's also just another way to have a drink that you enjoy and is also good for your body and healthy as well. And now I know I mentioned you're in California right now, but for people who may be watching this and thinking, I want to try this out or I want to meet Jordan in person, it sounds like you're going to be coming to our hometown, this area, pretty soon here.
Yeah, pretty excited. November 21st and 22nd, Brava's magazine is hosting a women's expo. And we chose to sign up for this event, which shocked a lot of people because like you said, we're, you know, athletes and this is not an athletic event. Well, we appeal to everyone, our product appeals to everyone, and we're so excited to be a part of this event in Madison, Wisconsin. We're just gonna go there, share the product with these great women, and hopefully get some great feedback.
It'll just be a great time, you know, for people to meet you and share your story. And like you said, really experience this product, and it's something that everybody can benefit from. And what are the dates of that event again if they want to come check you guys out there?
The dates are November 21st and 22nd. So 2-day event, stop in, say hi to us, and I'm sure we'll have some great conversation.
I love it. And now for people who are thinking, well, I can't wait until November, Jordan, to get this awesome drink, where can people go, or can they go online? Where can they find Mate Bros Yerba Mate?
Right now we're sold on Amazon.com, and we also offer a subscription due to the natural properties of our product. We offer a subscription through our website, matebros.com, and very shortly we'll be offering little 2-can sample packs through Amazon as well for anyone that wants to try the product before committing to a full case of it.
I love that. So you can kind of get a little sample or trial pack, if you will.
Yep, that's we're definitely tailoring whatever our customers need, and since we are an online product and not everyone can try a sample of it at first at a booth like at Madison, Wisconsin, we're making it available nationwide for people to try 2 cans at a time.
Now for people who may not have tried it before but are not familiar maybe with what yerba mate is, how would you explain the product and what it tastes like and what it's really derived from?
Sure. So our product is based almost entirely off of what we drank when we were growing up practicing for gymnastics and all these big events. It's essentially yerba mate mixed with lemon juice and just a little bit of added sugar. We still have 1/3 the sugar you'll find in any Gatorade or Red Bull product out there right now. And it's all natural, 5 ingredients, no artificial sugars or sweeteners. So we're really trying to make a simple and clean product, something where people can pull the energy that they need to get their day going or continue into the latter part of their day, but not something that's going to affect their nutrition in a negative way. So it's a great product for us, and everyone really has a need for a product like this.
Absolutely, and always great to have you on the show. Again, Jordan Gerenstrom with Mate Bros, the CEO and founder over there. Thanks for being with us today, and we look forward to seeing you in Madison soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you, and the sports news will be back with more right after this.
A special thank you to Conan Automotive in Stoughton for supporting local athletics. Well, if you watched our station this weekend, you got to see a big win for the Evansville-Albany Blue Devils as they pounded McFarland 44-0 as we bring in some of the stars of that game right now. In fact, we got Coach Everson along with Zach, Hayden, Chase. They were all in the game on Friday night, and you got to see it here this past weekend. And first, I want to start off by apologizing. Now, I tasked out my partner, Snuff, to go and find out who number 81 was. He wasn't on the roster. Who were we watching who had a couple big catches on Friday, Coach?
His name's Sully Geske. He's kind of a secret weapon for us, but I don't think it's very secret anymore. He's a heck of an athlete. I think these guys will attest to that. You know, we get him in the game, and he can do some things for us. He can run pretty fast. So you know, Sully, he'll definitely see the field in the coming future. So
secret, he wasn't even on the roster. So again, a big win for you guys. You're currently tied for first in the Rock Valley Conference. So talk a little bit about the conference, what it's going to take for you guys to win it.
You know, there's a lot of parity in the conference this year. Any given night, you know, anybody can win. It's about playing your best ball at the end of the season. You know, we take a lot of pride in, we kind of do a platoon system, so we only have a few guys that go both ways. So, you know, each day at practice, we have, you know, both sides of the ball challenging each other. And like I said, we got to make sure these guys are playing the best ball at the end of the season.
We'll take our attention now to the quarterback over there in Zach. And I tell you what, Zach, looked really good on Friday night. So far this year, you haven't thrown an interception, highest rating in the conference. What do you attribute your success to this year?
I think every day at practice going against our defense, since they're probably the best defense in the conference, they are the best defense. It really helps against going against the linebackers and corners and the D-line, getting the ball off quick and making my reads and stuff.
Always good to have a couple of good guys to throw to. You got a couple here in Hayden and Chase. And Hayden, you know, talking about your season so far, how do you think it's going, and what do you think it's going to take to win the conference?
I think it's going pretty good. we all push each other every day in practice, and I mean, treating every game like it's the conference championship really helps in trying to win it all.
Now, Chase, you were electric on Friday night. In fact, you were the Anderson for Senate MVP during the A1 Furniture Rock Valley Bowl. So talk about your night a little bit and what's your favorite thing to do, because we saw you make big plays in all three phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams.
Right. Like these guys said, I mean, we really strive in practice to work hard around all sides of the ball, and I mean, I don't really have a favorite side. That's kind of why I like to do everything. I kind of like to run the ball, do everything.
Could have been an even bigger night for you. You had a couple of big plays taken back and score off the board. So wonderful job by you guys. Very impressive win. And Coach, before I let you go, gotta ask, Coach Hollywood, how did you earn that nickname?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to talk about that when we get back to practice tomorrow night.
Inquiring minds want to know, Coach. So, guys, again, terrific job, and we'll talk to you again soon. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Brought to you by Conan Automotive, taking care of you by taking care of your family's car. Absolutely love it when our city gets to host a big event, and we got the biggest roller derby event coming to town September 23rd through the 25th at the Alliant Energy Center. In fact, they're going to be inside the Coliseum as we are talking to a couple of mad rolling dolls right now. We got Conan the Librarian and Shanana Guns who are here with us. And ladies, welcome in, and let's talk about the event that's going on the 23rd through 25th. What is that all about?
It's an international tournament, and we are fortunate enough to host it here in Madison. We've got teams from all over, including Helsinki, Finland.
Wow.
Cool.
Pretty darn cool, yeah. And it sounds like your very own traveling team, the Dairyland Dolls, going to be competing in the D1 playoffs as well. So how much work goes into training for something like that, both as an individual skater and then as a team as a whole?
As a team, we skate pretty much year-round, and we are practicing right now about 6 hours a week on skates. And we spend a lot of time with off skates as well. And there's just a lot that goes into playing roller derby. You have to always be in shape and ready for getting hit constantly and just getting back up.
Yeah, it definitely seems very physical, and a lot goes into it, besides some showmanship as well. So people always seem to have a great time whenever they go out. If they could and they want to hit this event, where can they find tickets for it?
You want to go to wftda.com/Madison.
Now, what can people expect at the event, both, I guess, on the track and off the track?
Well, on the track, you're going to be seeing a lot of high-level roller derby. So there's teams all the way from, as we said, Finland. We have New York, which has been an undefeated team up until recently last year. So they're going to be a team that people will really want to come and see. And of course, Madison is going to have a huge fan base. And with a lot of other teams coming from around the region, there will be a lot of people there that will also be there to see the hard-hitting action.
Yeah, people in the area always turn out very enthusiastic about the sport, which is great to see. So as far as you ladies go, I mean, what drew you to roller derby, and how did you know that it was going to be more than just a hobby for you?
I really wasn't an athlete. I wasn't into sports at all, and they started a team in St. Louis when I was going to grad school and teaching, and I thought, this looks so cool. And it took me a while to figure out what my derby name was going to be. But then when I was in New Mexico, I joined a team there, and I loved it, and I've been playing for about 5 or 6 years now, and I can't imagine not playing roller derby.
Yeah, now do you get to pick your own names?
We do, yeah.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if it was tabbed, like a nickname or something like that. So as far as roller derby goes, what's your favorite aspect of it?
For me, I love the competition and that we're always pushing each other to be the best athletes that we can be, and just playing as close to a professional women's sport as roller derby can be.
Always a lot of fun. It's coming up, the Alliant Energy Center. Check it out. Mad Rollin' Dolls, Conan the Librarian, Shanana Guns. Thanks for being here, ladies.
Thank you.
A special thank you to Conan Automotive in Stoughton for supporting local athletics. Let's bring back a familiar face now as we talk with Perry Hibner from over at the Middleton Cross Plains School District to talk about all the fall sports that are going on. And of course, the Cardinals always right in the thick of things, right up at the top of the state in so many sports. So Perry, welcome back in. And of course, let's talk with the one sport we got to see a little bit of, and that's that Cardinal football team. We saw them week 1 with a big win over Madison Memorial. How's the football team doing so far?
Very good, Rich. Thanks for having me. 3 more wins since you saw us. So we're 4-0. Tied for first in the Big 8 and ranked 3rd in the Associated Press Large Division poll. Very strong offensively, especially with the running game, led by senior quarterback C.J. Furmanek, junior running back Deion Huff, and the top offensive ranked lineman in the state and University of Wisconsin recruit, Caden Lyles. Defensively, strong play all around. They pitched a shutout Friday night at Janesville Craig. They're led by senior linebacker Joe Ledwick, whose dad Andy used to be the offensive coordinator at UW. We'll find out more this Friday when we host Sun Prairie, the other undefeated team in the Big 8, at Brighton Box Stadium.
A lot of other sports going on as well. Boys cross country, how are they looking so far?
Looking very good. They're actually also ranked first in state in Division I. They won the prestigious Verona Invitational last Saturday. They're led by the 1-2 punch of senior Gus Newcomb and junior Jack Rader. They've finished in the top 5 at state the past 2 years, and I'm thinking they're thinking trophy this year.
Nice. On the links, the girls hitting the links, how are they looking?
Well, they're the defending Division I state champions. They're ranked first in state again this year. They're undefeated in Big 8 play. They're led by senior Alexis Thomas, a North Dakota State recruit, and junior Peyton Hodson, who won the Cardinal Invitational at Pleasant View on Saturday. I think it'll be a battle between them and Heartland Arrowhead for the state title again this year.
A lot to be proud of at that Cardinal sports program, there really is. And so let's keep that theme kind of rolling as we talk about boys soccer. So as we go to the pitch, talk about the boys if you could.
Boys soccer also doing very well. They're 5-0 after winning 2 matches this weekend at the Kettle Moraine Quad. They're led by senior Braden Allen, who's the returning Big 8 Player of the Year. We'll know a lot more about them after this week when they play at Madison West, and next week on Thursday when they host Verona.
We talked to Franco Marcos, the head coach of the girls volleyball team. How about the boys volleyball team? You don't see a lot of boys volleyball in the state.
No, there's fewer than 50 teams in the state that play boys volleyball, and we've got one of the better ones. We've won 10 of the last Big 8 titles, been to state the last 3 years. They were at the Racine Invitational on Saturday. 24 teams took second. They're led by 3 players, setter Andrew LePage, senior middle blocker Cole Spittler, and junior libero Thomas Robson, who by the time he's done playing will have set every defensive record at the school.
Wow. Now my 8-year-old daughter Gwendolyn is a swimmer, so she'd be upset if I didn't ask about the girls swim team, how they look at.
Very strong team as well. So Saturday they won the Brookfield East Invitational. They're led by freshman Gabriella Piraborn Mays and senior Hannah Adjutor. Gabriella won 2 individual events and anchored 2 relays on Saturday. They took second to Heartland Arrowhead at state last year, and I think it'll again be a 2-team race between those 2 this year.
Always know we can get good news when we're talking Middleton sports. Perry, thanks for being here. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, Rich. My pleasure. Always love being here.
Big thank you to all of our guests this week and also the sponsors, and especially, of course, you for tuning in as well. And we'd also like to say hi again to the Red Zone over on Regent Street and Conan Automotive in Stoughton, and a big thank you for them for keeping us on the air. We'll see you next time on the Sports News right here on Wisconsin's 57 Sports.